Hello everyone. Welcome to the Cricket Studios. Today, I will be talking about the first ODI between India and Sri Lanka. I'll be discussing about many things. So, without any further ado, let's begin. So the first ODI, which is at the R. Premdas Stadium in Colombo, it starts at 3 p.m. I'll be discussing about the head-to-head now between the two countries. So there have been total of 159 matches where India have won 91, Sri Lanka have won 56 ODIs. There has been one tied match, and there have been 11 no results. Now, looking at the previous match played between these two teams, an ODI match, which was match number 44 of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2019. It was in Headingley, where Sri Lanka batted first and scored 264 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in their 50 overs. Angelo Matthews played brilliantly and scored a very good 100. He scored 113 runs of 128 balls. Um, and the second top scorer for Sri Lanka was L. Thimane, who scored 53 runs of 68 balls. Jasprit Bumrah was returned with the best figures for India, taking 3 wickets, giving away only 37 runs in his 10 overs, followed by Ravindra Jadeja, who took 1 wicket and gave away only 40 runs in his 10 overs. Coming to India, they scored 265 runs with the loss of 3 wickets in 43.3 overs. The top scorer was KL Rahul, who scored 111 runs of 118 balls. He played brilliantly, which was followed by Rohit Sharma, who also scored 100. He scored 103 runs for the in 94 balls. Uh, Top wicket takers for Sri Lanka were K. Rajata, who returned with the figures of 1 for 47 in his 8 overs, and Isuru Udana, who took 1 wicket, gave away 50 runs in 9.3 overs. India won this game by 7 wickets, and the man of the match award went to Rohit Sharma for his brilliant century. So now I'll be discussing about the expected playing 11 for India. Firstly, as openers, I would have Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw. Both have been excellent in the IPL. Shikhar Dhawan particularly has been good for India in the limited over series as well. He was good in the ODI series against England. He was also good in the limited series against Australia in 2020. So both of them have been in fiery form. So I think they're gonna I think keep the run rate up for India. Coming at number three, I would have Surya Kumar Yadav. Has Was good in the T20 series against England. Could not impress much in the IPL this year, but I think he has the ability to score runs at a very healthy pace, and he can even attack the batsman at particular stages. At number four, I would have Manish Pandey. He was good during the IPL. Not so bad, not so good. He was fine for Sunrisers Hyderabad, but I think he's got that ability to play this time. I think he's an excellent batsman. He's got the technique, he's got that class. And I think this time he'll score in Sri Lanka as well. He's a pretty good batsman, so I think it suits. This position is suited for him in the ODIs. At number five, I would have Hardik Pandya. He's not been so impressive this year, be it that in the IPL or in the Test series, or in the ODI and the T20 series against England. He's it's a bit inconclusive whether he's going to bowl or not. If he bowls, I think that will be a very good advantage, but I think he has to work on his batting. He's not been in the most good forms. I think he needs to improve there. At number six, I would have Krunal Pandya recently made his ODI debut for India against England. He was good in batting, but bowling he went for many runs, which was crucial for India. How they won the series regardless, but looking at Kunal Pandya, he has to control his bowling, not give too many runs. I think his batting is pretty good. He was good in the IPL, especially in that last match against the Chennai Super Kings. At number seven, I would have Bhuvneshwar Kumar. I think he's been in excellent form. Made a comeback this season against England in the ODIs and T20s. He's been dismissing batsmen, particularly Jason Roy, against them. He was very good during the IPL as well, not giving him it too many runs. So I think he's got that. He can also bat, which is a pretty good thing. At number eight, I would have Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar has been pretty decent in the IPL. Twice he's taken a four-wicket haul, which I think is pretty good. He's got that ability, and I'm pretty sure that he looked to fire in Sri Lanka as well. He can also bat. He's pretty good with the bat, so I think this will be a good opportunity for him. At number nine, I would have Krishna Pagautam. He's not played for Chennai this season yet, and he was not so good for the Kings 11 Punjab last season as well. But I think he's an off spinner and he can bat, which is a pretty plus point. His player, I don't know why, but it seems a bit like an ODI player. He can restrict the runs, which I think is a very good thing. And yeah, I think good with the bat, good with the ball. Fielding is pretty decent, so I think a good opportunity for a number nine player. At number 10, I would have Kuldeep Yadav. There have been many, I should say, speculations as to he will play. Many are saying this is his last chance, which I 50% believe that it is his last chance. He's got a good opportunity in his hands. He took wickets against England in the ODI series, but went for many runs, which again put India in a crucial situation. If he does that now, I think it will be bad for him. um, which he does not have to do. This might be his last chance, that everyone is saying, because with this impressive performance, he might even get into the playing 11 for KKR. And lastly, I've got Chetan Sakaria. He's another debutant. Now, one of my reasons, including him, is that he was very good in the IPL. He's a brilliant fielder as well. Took some breathtaking catches. Bowling, he's got that pace. Another thing, he's a left armer, so that just adds to the advantages of playing him. He's a debutant, but I think he'll do pretty good. Considering he's had such a good IPL season, so perfect position for Chetan Sakaria at number 11. Now, if you can see this, I've got six bowling options with a seventh one as well, and my batting depth is still number nine, which is I think a pretty good thing because against Sri Lanka you can always expect something like this. My debutants, I think, in this ODI will be Chetan Sakaria, Krishna Pagautam, and I'll also play Surya Kumar Yadav. He's a debutant as well. So that's it for today. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. Comment in the section below and press the bell icon for notifications. Also, lastly, I would ask you, to follow all the safety protocols for COVID-19. Wear two masks. One has to be cloth and surgical. Follow social distancing. Do not step out of the house if not necessary. And lastly, get vaccinated. I request you to please solve this. Please follow this protocols, as it's really important for our country. So that's it, and see you in the next one. Bye and thank you.